Welcome back to another DreamState Livin podcast episode. I am very excited today for my conversation with Alyssa. She is a author of two books, woman's empowerment leader. She has a great understanding of wisdom, thyself, Vedic and Indian culture, and more. She's an athlete. She's a loving mother. So welcome to the podcast, Alyssa. How are you?
Hello, Aitan. Thank you. I'm good, and I'm very happy to be here. It is for me a new experience because I never speak for another public in another language. I just with my friends. I share this knowledge in English, in French, and a little bit Spanish. But right now, new experience, and I hope it will be a very cool experience with you.
Yeah, thank you. I know a lot of times you're not going through these type of topics in English. It's in
Yeah,
your native language. And what
yeah.
is your native language?
Native language, I was born in Russia, but in 16 years I had my experience in Ukraine, more than 10 years. So I'm not sure that Russian language native, maybe Ukrainian plus Russian, something like that. But I will try to know a little bit more about this world, and I know that my knowledge that I try to share is not for women just from Slovenia country. This is knowledge I must share for another women too, because we
Mm,
are unique in all the world, and we are all similar. Because I
mm,
traveled a lot, and I know that right now.
mm. How do you feel about knowledge and energy outside of language too? Because as you travel around the world and you're meeting people who sometimes that you can't communicate with language, but you can communicate with energy. Do you understand what I mean by that?
Yeah. So it is interesting story about your question because I have a lot of stories like mirrors because exist in our world our quantum mirror inside of us, inside of our heart, but not physical heart, with spiritual heart. And usually people understanding you not with your eyes, not with your brain. They understanding you with their spiritual heart. So, and a lot of situations in all of the world, I had like big um, mirror about that because it is so interesting. For example, our meeting with you, you're 8th of December like me. So I think it is not about language. It is more about how you share your energy inside of you. And for example, I never feel something strange inside because I have my something inside. How it is to say in English? It is like
Intuition?
no, it is like special radar. When I just look on another people from another countries too, I feel
Mm.
these people with eyes, and I feel these people with a special aura. When I'm just trying
Aura.
to
Such
look,
aura.
yeah, and when I just try to look on there, and if they're, for example, they're looking for other place, they feel that, and they're trying to connect with me. It's so interesting, and I think maybe 50% it is emotions, maybe 30% it is our feelings, and something about 10-20% it is language. So it is the answer for your question. And
Mm.
we have something without percent, I want to say. It is our intuition, yes, and logical analysis inside of us. I have very big intuition analysis, but I trying full my life develop my logical intuition. And right now, I think I have a little bit balance about that. So when you try to speak with somebody, language it is barrier. Okay, I agree. but it is not barrier for share your love inside. And real love, I not right now I trying to speak about another love like song, but I mean that we must to share our love, the truthful, it is not about conditions. It is not about they must say for you something. It is not about balance. It is just shared. And if you feel that, and country, you travel country and country, you understand that it is whole world, it is just you in different position like quantum mirror.
Yeah, universal language. Now, you had said that you're working on your logical intuition as well, but um, sometimes logic might take away from the maybe that spiritual intuition and the gut feeling, uh, because maybe logically I think it might not make sense to go and live in Colombia, but spiritually and inside I have a deep calling to go there. So the logic tends to talk us out of doing things, and it's that part of us, like our reptilian mind, or the ego. Do you understand what I'm getting at with that? And if so, how do you balance the logical intuition with that spiritual knowing and the other side of you that you're saying 50% feeling, 30%, and you know what I'm getting at?
Yes, thank you for your question, and I will try to explain my practice because
Alyssa, maybe it'd be better without the headphones because it's a little. So maybe
okay.
unplug the headphones. Try that.
Uh,
Much better. Much
Recording
better.
stopped. A lot much better. Okay, we will try like that. So, I will try to explain you how my vision about that. Okay, because in our body exist seven centers, and these seven centers it's called chakras. It is like energy that we share in this world, that something from universe every moment go in our body, not just in one center. It's like big waterfall, but seven, the huge. And seven, it is not just mistake. Seven, it is because balance. Seven, because we have the middle. And if we have, for example, our three chakras here, three chakras here, and one chakras in the middle, that's mean that all very simple in our life. If you will be here, it is good, you good guy. I respect you. But, we are in the earth. If you will be here, oh my God, you're a cowboy. It is all girls with you. But it is problem because you will not feel inside of you happiness from another universe. But you will survive about many things. But if you will be mostly your time here in your heart, but one thing, it is not physical heart, okay? It is your chakras heart. You will be in win position. Because logical exists in this world. You must use that. Physical, you must use that too. But you're very smart. You remember that exists like our brain, yes, because we must think about it, analyze a lot of things. I call that logical analysis. But all of us have this special thing. I never met people who told me, "Oh, I'm not feel nothing. It is ephemeral, but I not feel nothing." I say, "Okay, but you believe in the love, in the kindness. It is ephemeral too. But this is type of energy, of the way of thinking a little bit blocked for few, I think, years, maybe 20. Why? Because this is have the goal. The people who staying in this position just think about from brain, logical analysis. It is very simple to influence on you. I right say influence, yeah? When I
Yes.
want to do something with you, and
Yes.
for example,
Influence.
magical, it's about that. But if you have big heart, big your spiritual heart, if you have connect with your spiritual center, but you in balance with logical, with animal center too, because logical is about animal level. Yeah, it is not something ephemeral. It is very logical, very understanding, and very cool for 3D because exists something very special for our life. It is karma, you know. We will speak about that a little bit later. But it is not just about your spiritual goal. It is a lot of about your earth goal too, because we must live, we must survive. And this is balance can be just with one position when you use all of your spiritual intuition, when you use all of your logical analysis, and but choose with your spiritual heart. Just one reason. How to do that? It is like tango, you
It
know,
is like
dancing
what? What?
tango. Tango,
Oh,
tango.
tango, tango,
Tango, I'm sorry.
tango.
And in tango exists beautiful woman in usually in red dress, you know that. And
Oh,
this is
thank
woman
you.
very brightly and very exclusive and like that. This is logical analysis. And sometimes we can think that it is amazing, you know, we need just this is woman in red dress, man energy in dark the special costume, yeah, costume,
Suit. Special
suit,
suit.
in special suit, maybe not so brightly, no, maybe, but this is the main for for driver in this position. I try to explain because tango without that not exist. If just one woman, it is so, it is not
Just a
interesting.
woman in a red dress.
You understand? But if we have background, this is background sometimes not too much, wow, not too much loudly. Yeah, it is just black color. It is just tall man and very street without emotions because all emotions in women. But this is intuition analysis. Oh my God, it is inside. But inside, godness sphere. Nobody say for you, oh, hello, your intuition analysis is very bad. You can ask why, how you see that. It's impossible because it's my inside. But everybody can say for you something like, oh, hey, Python, you're not too much good about logical analysis. Because it's outside. Why? Because you don't have maybe last model of Porsche or something like this, and you will say, "Hey, sorry, but I can think about another way." And right now it's good because the world a little bit have the weakness. I right say weakness,
Weakness.
weakness, yes, of their. It is not wisdom. It is a weakness of our another world inside, not outside. Outside, it will be the same. But inside, you can feel like right now, maybe during 3 months, we wake up during the night, we will have a lot of things, we have a lot of thinking. Sometimes this thinking not from this world. And you know, the main cool thing that thinking, it is not from our spiritual heart. Everything in your head have address.
Have a
Sometimes address, addressat have,
everything in our head has an address.
yes. It is person, okay, sometimes not person, but
Just for the people who
personality.
are listening that mostly English, so just so I can understand this, everything in our head has an address, meaning that it came from somewhere. Is that
Yeah,
what you're? Okay, so
yeah.
it came from the past or the future?
It does not exist time.
Mm.
Time, all time is the same. We just play our game. And we must to play this game with understanding that we can connect with everything. If you want to be in connect with bad things, very fast in your head will be thinking not good buzz, you understand? It will be something bad. If
Not
you
good.
want to see
Not good
something bad,
thoughts.
oh,
Not good thoughts.
yeah.
Okay, keep going. I want to. You're talking very deep subjects, amazing subjects, and you're very wise. So I'm going to maybe sometimes ask deeper, just so we can understand and the listeners can understand when you go through these really crazy topics. Because for you and maybe a little bit me, I understand, but for people listening, maybe they're just like, this is the first time they've ever heard this, and we want
Um,
to explain this like we're speaking to maybe a fourth grader.
Yes, and I will be very thankful if you will explain something after me, because
Mm.
it is not my native language. I try to teach in YouTube to learn a little bit more, but you know that I have 1 million interesting things in this life, so I will be very
Let me
thankful.
ask you this before we go too far forward on this.
Okay.
Um, I really liked how you explained the seven centers and there being the middle center, which is the heart center. Maybe something that that listeners have heard before is to be heart centered. And this is a very common thing, but to me, the way you said it, I never realized that it had to do with chakras to be heart centered. Um, how does being heart centered connect to, in your words, your goddess sphere?
You right now want to ask me personally. Yeah?
Yes. Yes.
So, okay. Usually I feel that, and everybody can feel that. For example, right now, you can a little bit close your eyes and go and inside of you and tell me, please, where right now your consequence. Tell me and show with your finger.
Where my concentration is?
Concentration is consequence. All right, say this word. Consequence.
Consequence, I don't think that's the right word. Concentration, though, is right here.
Okay. And what do you feel?
Um, Maybe a little bit of pressure because I'm, on live call with you on podcast, uh,
Yeah.
and closing my eyes. So maybe a little bit of pressure, but also um, calmness, and then of course I feel my heart.
And one question. How look like these pressures?
Um, how the pressure looks like?
Yeah. Can you explain the form, the color?
Eh, the pressure, maybe a little bit like purple. Purple.
Like purple? What is it? It is circle? What is this form?
It's like a half of a circle.
Mm-hmm. Can you ask, please? Inside of you, not open eyes. What's name of this form? Ask, please. What is your name? And the
Smile.
first thing, and the first thinking that in your head, tell me. Smile.
Yeah, the first thing was smile.
Say, please. I look at you and I give for you place in me. Say inside. I see you. And say, please, I very thank you. I'm very thankful that you is me. And now ask, please, how long you with me? The first thinking in your head is
Your decision.
how long? How many years?
The first thing that came up is I can decide.
Mm-hmm. And right now, if you can, with my voice, do like deep breathe. And when you deep out, please move the special form from you before you. And repeat 3 times. Breathe deep. And from you. One more time. Breathe deep. And move from your heart this tension. Look please on this form. It is changed something or no?
Yes.
Can you explain for me a little?
Yeah, it's now a white glowing sphere.
Yeah. Why you save it in your body? What it is help for you? Explain. Plus aspect of what is good.
The white sphere feels like home, like love.
Yeah. And if we will speak about minus aspect, what is it?
Like, what aspect? I'm sorry, I opened my eyes. I thought you said
Yes, it's okay. What is the minus aspect? What is sphere, this thing, doing for you bad?
no, I don't feel any bad from this sphere.
Do you need this sphere in you?
This sphere is me.
Are you sure?
It feels like it.
If is it sphere staying before you, what inside of you and who is that? Who trying to look, explain, analyze, and a lot of other things to them.
I don't understand that question.
Who is inside of you if this sphere not in you?
I still don't understand that.
How do you feel right now without this sphere inside of you?
I feel fine.
But you are exist.
Yeah.
But you said to me that this sphere, it is you.
It is not me.
Yeah. Can you live like that without this sphere?
Yes.
How you will do that? Explain by feelings.
I will just live. I need nothing.
Yeah. Do you need this fear inside of you?
No.
You want to say goodbye?
Not really. I like the spear. But
I just
can you help me understand that, like, and for the listeners as well, like, what was the point of all that? I wasn't expecting to go through that, and I had to really work with
yes.
my ego to work through
Oh
that.
yeah,
But
you
what is
feel
the
ego.
yeah? What was the point of this?
So we have two type of feeling inside. One of them, of this feeling, it is how we feel this world from our ego system. You understand ego system?
Yes.
So, and exist another, how we feel that we connect with our, how it is in English, sverhya. It is that our spiritual family. Okay, I will explain like that. And if you will in connect with our spiritual family, you will be like without nothing. You will be like empty. You will be not like something. You understand, like something with tension. You asked me how I live without how I live in my heart, in this feeling, without nothing. It just I feel that I'm nothing. You understand how it's tried to say in English? I'm not person. I'm not personality. I am not Olesia. I am not master. I'm not yoga master. I'm just exist. And right now with
So
you,
you're not clinging to an identity.
yes, I'm. How it is right? No one, or how it is right to say in English? Я никто.
I I am no one.
I'm no one. It is very, very difficult for your ego. How to say, I'm no one. I'm sportsman. I'm leader. I'm a women community. This is no, 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 no. If you want to be here and not go down, you must to be. I'm no one. You understand?
Yeah.
And right now, I asked you. It is not bad or good. It is how do you feel? Because all in our life we are doing, I try to say, we are doing just for our feeling, состояние, our sense. You understand? For example, you will go to
Why
this space.
people This is why people drink alcohol, cheap sex, all of this just for
Yes.
feelings.
For example, why man wants woman? Just one reason: sense, feeling inside. Oh, I feel good. We are not about feelings, about five types of feelings like in Vedic culture, yes, but we are not feelings. We are no one. We are no one. I would say. Sorry for my English. I try to be good.
Uh, you're doing amazing. You're doing amazing.
Yes, and I flow. I flow because, for example, usually I trying to leave. I'm student too. Everybody's student. Everybody. And I trying to live in my heart. And here, no thinking from my center. It is I just throw of my thinking because it is of my light family. I have my mission, I have my goal, and if I will start to speak with you from my ego, it will be not good. We are here not for that. It will be mistake. And not mistake for you, mistake for me, first of all, because I will feel bad inside. I will feel like, oh my God, what is me? I'm not in good position. I'm not in good body. It is very, very good voice inside of your spiritual heart. And every time we have that. You understand?
Yeah.
Because sometimes people sometimes people told me that they're not too much spiritual, but I not believe in that,
I
because
agree.
everybody has 7 centers. And you can stay a little bit in first, second chakra. It's okay. I like this type of people. They're so brightly, you know. You speak and you feel, wow, you're so cool. You feel life. You know how to live. And they're, yeah, but I don't feel happiness. Please help me. I say,
Ah.
oh, this is another question.
So these are
Yeah.
the type of people that are in the first and second chakra that um, you told me a story a while ago about some these girls, I forget where you were, and maybe some girls were doing like some drugs, some uppers, and they seemed like to be having so much fun, right? And they were in the first and second, and other people get caught up in that life of just only being in the first and second sphere. Um, and those are the people that maybe need more vices in their life because they're not connected with their heart center. Am I understanding that right?
Yes, you remember my story. So I told, yes,
I
very
remember everything
interesting.
you tell me.
Thank you, thank you. It is for my spiritual heart. It's like milk for cat in my language. It's like that. So, um, in my practice, I work like coach for some type of people that I can call like people on the another border of life. If I were to say, I try to translate in my head from Russian to English. So this type of
That's what
people,
makes
it is
sense.
about drugs. It is about alcohol. It is about many things of change our brain, change our mind too, and the mostly it is deep connect with not good things like too much contact with another people.
Sex,
Yes, for America, I think it's actually two,
like
and
multiple different sex partners too, and
yes, if a lot and if too much. If you have, for example, one partner and too much in this topic, you will go from tantra, light tantra, you will go very deep, 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 but in first or second chakra. A lot of people trying to explain to me that, oh, I like that. It is so a lot of energy. I say, yes, but you just, for example, met this person and I think maybe a few months you will say for me another story. Please call me. And bye. So if we speak about that, I know a little bit not good story because these people lose full life and choose just one thing. And they're in illusion that this thing, it is happiness. So full life, I mean your body and all about how you feel. It is not just about your health. It is all about your relationship, because relationship drugs, relationships and too much sex, relationship and too much work too much work is just work, and relationship and too much alcohol and another things, I'm sorry, but your energy will be in another world. Yes, we can live in different steps of our life, but some steps it is not connect with very important things for our happiness. You see
mm,
how I try to
yeah,
touch me just in center. I'm not touch here, our happiness. I'm not touch here in my belly. I touch my spiritual center. And my teachers. told me about that our spiritual center inside of our heart, it exists very small thing. It's our soul, one part from God. But this is part so powerful that we have so big light inside, and this light can change, can survive, can do a lot of beautiful things. But if we come back to your question, I think these people amazing. You know, God gives for me this feeling, and I trying to look through their passion. I call it passion. Passion for drugs, passion for girls, passion for men, passion for something. Because those type of people trying to look to found road to God, road to happiness. And you know, our example about the spiritual heart, and we must be here, and this is just one gold way to be happy in this world. And not too much people know about that, because a lot of people trying to open the door in drugs. And yes, a little bit they open this heart, because what do you feel when you just trying these drugs? You know what do you feel? You feel like a little bit door. Hello, dear, I miss you. And they feel like free inside. They feel inspired. They feel a lot of energy. They feel like push of your harmony system, because we are not animal. If we will be just animal, if we being just animal, our level very simple. We just eat, sex, and it's okay. But you look, please, outside on the street. What do you see? A lot of people crazy. You do you met in your past dogs crazy?
Yeah.
I think sometimes if these dogs very angry, but
I've
dogs
seen crazy dogs, yeah.
something problems psychiatry or psychological,
Mm.
no. With dogs it's very simple. Dogs like usually like their owners. But if you speak about people, we can think, we can analyze, we can share our energy, we can share information, we can teach. It's amazing. And we can feel, because dogs can feel, and feel with analyze. We have this special center that we can stop feeling and we can start feeling. You can imagine it's like a little bit type of qualities of God. And the people, when they have not open heart center, not this spiritual center, sleeping a little bit, but not sleeping because they want that, because they have fears, because they have trauma, because they have a lot of negative situations. It is about belief too. It is about many things. Because for people, very difficult to believe one more time, to people, to God, to everything. And of course, there need this energy because we are like fish, but we are in city. We are not in the ocean, you know. It is a little bit problem because fish in the city without normal around water, you understand? And we're trying to found. And these people about drugs and other things, they're normal. Please, you must to share this information because they're normal. They're trying to open the door to God. They don't
What do you
know
mean by
how.
normal? Like they're normal in society? Like it's normal to drink and do drugs is normal in society? Or what do you mean by they're normal?
No, it is not about it. Always have all situations in duality. Okay, we have wall situation in wall. I can't say that it is good or bad because in some way it is good. You know why? My older son, right now, 14, teenager, he told me, Mama, you said all time drugs bad. But I know that political, economical systems survived in history just because of drugs. And I agree with him. And you know that a lot of operations in medical sphere, it was, how should I say, it was just because drugs doing your body without feeling. And not exist in this earth love. It is bad or good. It is bad and good, but exists the middle. Drugs, it is bad or good. I know a lot of people from very bad situations in their life. And when the God just doing like catch from this situation, and for example, to bring to me, and they're asked just one question. I have this possibility to stay normal in society. And you know my answer? What I say? Yes, but not with my arms, not with my legs, and not with my brain. Just if you want, I can be near. But you must to go. Few months, not too much, from 2 weeks to few months. They're staying amazing people, strong here in the brain, strong in the body, strong in the develop, in the goals. Amazing, because I trying to speak and all my body, how it is, goose skin.
Good skin. Yeah, let's say that.
Yes, and I have this because
Look at
they're
that.
so powerful. You understand about what I try to say?
I
But
understand.
it is not about that drugs must to be drugs. It is the door, but illusion door. And you can lose your body, you can lose your family, you can lose your friends, you can lose full your life, full your reality.
This
But
subject is so
yeah,
important. It's very important. And I just want to point out one thing that Alyssa is saying is illusion. The
yes,
illusion door. It is
yes,
not a real door. And what
yes,
happens is, and maybe you listening right now to this, you keep opening that illusion door every day. Monday, Tuesday, or maybe just Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you open that illusion door because that's your escape. And Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you feel a little bit good. But then Monday comes around and it's just like, oh. So,
yes.
how would you recommend people to close that illusion door for,
Oh,
for
it is so interesting question. And you know, for a lot of people, it will be like big sun. Right now, my answer,
big
big
big sun or big sign?
and big sign too, and big sun and big sign too.
Okay, so a big realization, if you will.
Yes, cause I know a lot of teachers in the body and in spiritual way from India and from European countries too. And my brain all time analyze all these ways and all spheres. And you know, more than 10 years of practice with those type situations, I can answer just very with big attention that it is must to be reality, but not reality this, because this reality it is illusion too. Today you are rich, tomorrow who knows? Today you're in Ferrari, tomorrow who knows? Today you're beautiful, but it will be changed, you know, very fast. 7 years and you will have another body full. But if you will choose from drugs way, from illusion door, if you will choose just one door, not a lot, just one, but real, inside of your heart, it is God. It is the main, of course, it is the main when we're trying to, when we eat food, I feel taste. It is the main taste of energy. But God has 1 million this energy. Drugs, just 3. You can imagine? Because a lot of women after my retreat, I had, but in my language, in my Instagram, and I asked, what changed after first retreat? What changed in your life? She told me, oh, a lot of people started to ask me, what happened with you? You're like, smoke marijuana a little bit, because she was all time happy, you know. It is so cool thing, because you can connect with very high and very clean drug, you know, and name of this drug, God.
God.
Yes.
Wow. So
Yes.
they would leave your retreats, and then people start to say, like, in English, there's a common aphorism is, what are you smoking? Or what type of drugs you on? So it's like someone's really happy. Oh, what did he smoke? So it's similar to that. They think that they're high, but it's just God.
Yes, and a lot of people trying to use another ways. Yes, of course. If you want to a little bit cry, if you want to a little bit fight, if you want to a little bit doing a lot of these things to work, okay. If you want to work, please work full day. If you want drugs, you can do that, because we have universe rules, and the first universe rules is you can do choose. I read say you can do choose. I
You
can
have the
choose
choice.
choice. I can choose, for example, to be like drug woman, but I can be another way. Why I choose, for example, my way? It is not just to harm. It was like big desire inside of me, because I saw inside of me metamorphose, and this metamorphose included happiness. And this type of happiness, it's 1 million electrozarяд, the special electro feelings, you know, inside. Yes, because drugs it's just one, two, three, and after ruin your life, and you cannot come back. I told about few variants, and very difficult. And thanks God that they're not lose family. But 5 years it was like not drama. It was like thriller, you know? And they told me, I can't. And just God in my heart told for there, you can. You can, because a lot of people can, because inside of you, you are in reality. If you die, you can't. But if you are here, you can everything. You can everything.
When I want to take a step back, when you talk about the electromagnetic field, so
Yes.
the electromagnetic field that's connected to God, I like to use this example when I tell this to people. If you think of a radio station, you know a radio station, you understand?
Yeah.
Radio station, and you tune to a frequency, a station. And this station is the most beautiful music coming in very, very clear. Amazing music, maybe classical, Beethoven, whatever, just beautiful music. That is the frequency of you're talking about. Now, another radio station, it very choppy. Every once in a while, though, this radio station, the music comes in clear, but right away, it goes out. And that's very similar to the station, the frequency of drugs and alcohol. The reason why people keep going back is because the station sometimes comes in clear, and it opens that illusionary door that you talked about, but then it
Yeah.
goes back down again, and you think the way to reopen the door to get the static away from the radio station is to drink more, or to smoke more, or to be with another romantic partner, because you're not fulfilled. I just wanted to touch on that because you were making such amazing points.
Oh,
So,
thank
wow.
you. And you know, you told a little bit about music, for how is example, yeah. But I want to say something very special, because sometimes people there have inside this frequency, and they are trying to be like, I will say very simple, they're trying to be good, but they're it is not my role. But it is not exist role, please. because you're right now in frequency of something, a frequency of bad words, a frequency of drugs and other things, but you just keep that in your heart, and you're trying to think that it will be all time, it will be in future. But no, it is illusion, and illusion have time. Because I said one very specific thing, that time not exists. But in Vedic culture, we have very special phrase, time, it is instrument, it is tools of God. And you can have amazing life. You can have during the long time feeling of inspiring, of happiness inside. But it is depends of God. For example, if you will choose bad role, it is can be not bad role. Because a lot of people told me, I want to play with demonic energy and I feel good in that. I just asked one thing in that moment. Ah, really? And how it is in 1 o'clock of the night when you're alone? It is good? That's all. That's all. Of course, if you are in illusion, you go in this reality, you are feel happiness, and you can think that it will be everywhere. It will be every time. But no, 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 no. God have speedometer. If you and you are in the very fast car, but please, this is type of your this is type of your thinking can be okay, can be, yes, universe rules, you can choose everything, but you know that after for example good road in the US it exists, or good road, you must to go from the road, and after it will be good road. No, not too much, but you must to leave. It will be not too much good, and you must to know it will be, I think, a little bit horrible for you in few things, because you have your spiritual heart too, and when you are alone with your spiritual heart, if you're in this type of sphere, I think it's difficult.
Carl Jung talks about in this sphere the shadow self coming out.
Yes,
Is that kind
yes.
of what you're connecting to, and do you understand that?
What do you mean about shadow inside of you?
Shadow self is it's a part of Jungian philosophy where he talks about um, when you go for a breakthrough in your life, there's going to be a period of spending a lot of time alone. And in this time of alone, the shadow self comes out. And the shadow self maybe say things to you that you don't really sit well with, and it's a little uncomfortable, and it could be a voice at 2 o'clock in the morning. But it's important to work through the shadow self and to
Mm-hmm.
not push away the shadow self, because the shadow self is strong, strong energy. And a lot of times people have an uncomfortable understanding of the shadow self, and they want to push it away and distract it. So it's another reason why people have a hard time being alone, is because they have a really hard time with the shadow self, sitting with themselves. And it's why they will drink by themselves. They will hang out with people that they don't even really like. It's
Mm-hmm.
because of an uncomfortable feeling of being with the shadow self. But the beauty, the beauty is working through the shadow self. And on the other end of the shadow self, and being able to strengthen that relationship and love thyself is wow. I was first introduced to the shadow self when I moved to California by myself when I was 21. My whole life, I always had my mom, my brothers, my friends around me at all times. I had time alone, of course, but now, 1 year, I'm by myself. And it was so sad and depressing, and I wanted to avoid it. but I worked through it. And on the other side of that, I created the strongest relationship with thyself that I've ever felt before. And I wanted to touch on that, Alyssa, because you're saying such amazing things. And I think it's important for us to give actionable steps for people who are listening on, hey, how can you get through these feelings of 1 in the morning where you wake up and you are not happy that you're alone? Because the question you said, which I love, and I'm going to utilize that. Oh yeah, you're so happy, you're so brightly. How do you feel at 1 in the morning when you're alone?
Yeah.
Amazing question. And as we I'm curious, how did you get to this knowledge and this wisdom? Because we just spent the last hour speaking of very amazing topics, and we could go, I believe, probably for 12 hours straight, talking about these things, continue bouncing off each other. And I know we've done it before, but for the best use of our time today on the podcast, how did you get to where you are now? Was there um, something that, like a tragedy that happened in your life? And I'm asking this because I'm curious, and I look back at history and a lot of really profound people, like Tony Robbins, for example, was really poor growing up, and that him being poor made him want to feed millions of families, and what helped him start his nonprofits. So if you could touch on that, I would love that.
Yes. Um, you know, I'm a little bit like cat. If you must share in your life a lot of knowledge, that I think the rules of your game must be very strong and very interesting, and with a lot of situations that must to uh, give for you this experience. If you are live your life and all is okay and you're asleep, I think it is not life. I'm woman, okay? I'm Ukrainian woman. And I try to say not about it all must be with difficulties, with so horrible things that you must grow up, because sometimes you can die. Yes. But
Sometimes you can die. Is that what you said?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because, for example, you asked me a very interesting question about my biography. Why I choose this way? Because it was border for me. It was like big step. Or you're staying here in the earth, or you go. And just when we have this deep step, I think we really trying in this moment to be honest with you, with me. You understand? With our body, with our soul, with everything, because it's like, it's like man and woman. Before it's like promotion. I can do this. I can do this. I can have this in my life. I have Ferrari. I have bulls. I have many things, but after a few types of conversation and sex and family, you're stay normal. You're stay like nature. This type of feelings I had in my life 3 times, and it was when I was very young. First of all, it was like my big career of my running. In one moment, a lot of people told me, "Okay, but right now you're no one, yeah, you're no one." And I said, "How? 11 years? No, it's impossible. My body not working, and my brain something did in that moment, and really my body not working." And after it was like big belief in my ex-husband. And in one moment I understand, no, the life is not about that you think. Sometimes the life, it's about that you must know. It's very interesting because a lot of people right now in illusion, a lot of people share knowledge. Oh, please, affirmation, think positive, and it will be. Sometimes no. Sometimes you must to just feel what happened in your life. And after this feeling, you must to choose God. If you choose something else, it will be problem. I had these situations in my teenagers time. It's about my body, and I understood in that moment that I cannot choose all time. I can choose, but it's not working, you know. And a lot of people there have trauma, not psychological, physical trauma. They can't move body. What to do? To go to die? No. To continue, but how? Just with God. And if we speak, for example, about my second weakness, this, it was with very big pain.
Maybe
Because
not
in
weak. I don't believe the word is weakness, just so they understand. Challenge,
awakening,
awakening.
see,
Perfect.
yes. And it was second time when I had it. I was 23, and in my life, okay, in my scenario of my life, it was really too much pain in my spiritual heart. And I decided, okay, I will go in my way. I will go in my destiny. Because in 14, a lot of sign it was for my life. But just in 23, I decided, because inside of us, if you just think in this moment, I want, I will do that, all change. Just think, you can imagine, because in that moment, I remember this time, and it was amazing. It was very, very difficult situation. And I remember when I said to my ex, please stop car. I went near the sea, and I doing like that with my hands in the sand. And I'm not saying loudly.
You were
I
punching. You were punching the sand, right? Just so the listener.
Yes.
Okay.
And I remember this moment. Okay, God, right now I'm with you. And I will do everything that you want. I can't feel this inside of me because this feeling inside of spiritual heart, it was horrible. It was underground, you know. And you know, in that moment, I remember, like in my spiritual heart inside of my body, in one moment it was like, how is the word awakening? Yes, it was the awakening.
Está muy bien.
Yes, and I remember this peaceful. It is not drugs, it is
Was it
more.
right away when you were punching the sand and you released yourself to God in that moment? Was it right away that you felt peaceful after that?
Yes, maybe in few
Almost.
seconds. It
Wow.
was like answer, because it was not just crying. It was not just that I trying to loudly saying something. No, it was
Were you
from my
surrendering?
heart. Huh?
Were you surrendering?
What is surrendering?
Surrendering is giving yourself to God. In this
Yes,
moment, you gave
yes,
yourself to God.
yes, yes. Because in our life exists right now. I know that. Before I didn't know that, because exists two way for for awakening. I tried this new word for me.
You
Yes.
have awakening wrote down on notes over there?
And one of them, it is knowledge. One of them, it is knowledge. Another, it is your big pain inside of you. In my way, it was two times, it was pain. Third time, it was knowledge. Yes, in my 2026, I understand that too. And I just tried in that moment to share with a lot of people with that I had in my heart. And some girls told me, "Oh my God, how you know that? It is from Vedic culture." I said, "No, Vedic culture, I don't know about that. Please, I must to show you for these people." And I remember this moment they told me about reincarnation, about that I have my mission, about that I have a lot, like in movie. All time I do like that. Oh my God, so interesting. But yes, it exists really. If you will stay in your shoes, like in Aladdin multiplication, uh, you will feel that everything like movie. Of course, everybody have mission in different level, but have. But if you will stay in illusion, you will never know what your mission.
So you started to feel this wisdom, this God wisdom that was internally a knowing, and then people were saying, "Oh, that's similar in Vedic culture,"
Yeah.
and then because of that, as that what got you to study more and more of Vedic culture. And did you go to India? I believe you've told me you've been to India. Can you talk a little bit about that?
What do you want to know? Because India is huge page in my life. So,
Yeah, I
uh,
guess at this stage, because it's so fascinating, your story, and also when you're talking about, you start to feel this internal wisdom, this God wisdom that is coming to you, and people are saying, "Alyssa, this is from Vedic culture. Where did you learn this?" And you know, this is a knowing. And when they say, and you feel connected, if you will, to this knowledge, I assume maybe that connectedness is what got you to go there in the first place. So maybe if you could touch on a little bit about your first experience going there and your teachers while you were there.
so okay, I understood your question. I will try to explain how I feel that, because from when I was a kid, I
Hmm.
felt all time inside of me like wisdom more than me. I was small. I was 6 years, but I felt like I old woman, 45 years. Yes, it was like that all time. And you know how it was? For example, when I started to speak with my friend, with anybody, and somebody asked me, for example, like you can see that sometimes I'm sweet, and sometimes like I'm old wisdom woman. I'm staying serious, and I can't control that. In my horoscope, how I know now, exists a lot of Neptune. Neptune, it is a planet of our horoscope. It means that my past reincarnation, and not just one, it was a lot of about spiritual, a lot of about wisdom. So, and near 3 or 4, how I know now, I just all knowledge. I just, what I did in past life, learning near the teachers, in the ashrams, in monastery, and then other things. And in this life, I felt from when I was kid that I must to share this. I felt it like hypnosis, because I speak with you, you ask me a question. After Olesia go in another way and staying another personality. It is means that this personality, it is to me, but it is not another me. It is part of me, but from past life. You understand about what I try to say? Because
Absolutely.
when I was in India first time, I remember when I was in ashram Sai Baba. It was not like my project to go directly in ashram, because it was big trip in Kashmir, in another ashram. And I remember this time when I was in the way just across the door in ashram, and I felt like open heart. It is like full love. It is like you see your soulmate, but more. And I felt in that moment, oh, what is it? I live right now. I live. I feel that, and just a lot of people try to speak with me about this topic, about how I feel, that I must to share all knowledge. And to be honest, I felt it inside of me. For example, it is like somebody tell for you, oh, I think you're good for share some interesting stories because you are so amazing about your qualities, about it. And you will think inside of you, oh, yeah, I think so too. Maybe not so, I'm so sure, but I think so too. Because it is that I do, it is good, and you feel happiness. I'm the same. Because when I can't say in this reality, in this my life, that I connect with something more after knowledge. No, I just remembering all of that. It is like more about that. Just inside of me, I feel, how I can say in English, oh, really? I know that every time. It's every time with me. Because if you're starting to speak with me about some topic, and I have here a filter, but it is not ego. It is not ego. It is for me good and bad. No, 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 no. It is not theater. It is real. I feel with my heart, oh, this is man right now. He trying to set for me something very important, but it is truthful. And I feel here inside of my spiritual heart. It is like filter, but filter when it is clean from ego system. And ego system trying to be like, I am what I am. You're no one. You understand? And when you are no one, you can feel that and you can share that.
Wow. I read recently that the phrase I am itself is a direct portal to God. What do you think about that?
Direct portal to God? What does that mean for you?
If I say I am abundant, I am happy, or maybe someone else says I am not happy, I am miserable, both you're sharing with God, and then God will deliver the results.
So I think you ask a little bit if I right understand that exists some way, but more short for God. Yeah? No?
I guess I was just curious what your opinion on on I am is, because some say that those two words are some of the most powerful words in the universe. Is I am, and then what you're saying is that we are nothing.
Yeah.
So I was just trying to wrap my head around that, and I actually confused myself a little bit asking you that question, but it's okay. So we'll actually move forward on that.
You remember you
What?
told me. You told me about shadow
Yes.
inside the past. But if I ask you about one question, God, it is light of darkness or darkness?
You're asking me if God is light or darkness? It's it's neither. It's both.
Mm-hmm. And a little bit commentary about darkness inside shadow, your shadow during the night. It is very good tools from God for doing your balance inside of you, for doing all things inside of you to the road of your develop, to the road to God. Because sometimes people, they're thinking that this shadow it is just something bad. They want to, it is bad, negative energy. We must do, come on, please, demonic energy. No, 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 please stay here, feel that, and after that, you will have sunset. Because this is a story about shadow inside, teach us if we can see, if we can look in this point of shadow, we can stay more brightly. But if we can't, if we want to say, come on, go out from my life, negative, go out from my life, okay, but you adept of light? No, 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 no. It is shadow, please. Doing here your light, like lightness, and please look at this point. And after, all will stay in position of your develop. If no, you will go in another way.
Wow. Alyssa, I wanted to ask you about, we were talking about past lives, and maybe when you see other people, one thing you said to me when we first met is you thought you knew me in a past life. Was that like an intuitional knowing? Um, like you knew right away, like, hey, I knew him in a past life by looking into my eyes, which blew my mind. And if so, does this happen to you a lot?
With me?
Yeah.
Yes, a lot. So, okay, I will explain. We have all, for example, you, me, our auditor who listens. If you must to fantasy, your this part of head must to think more than 3 seconds. If intuition, it is, I give for you two right now. If intuition, it is very fast. 1, 2 seconds. You remember our practice. I told you, please, the first thinking in your head. You remember?
Yeah.
Why I did so strict? Because it is really from your light family, from your intuition, from your this channeling, it is from here. And if we speak about our meeting, for example, with you, it is not about just I need to share with you something, I need to have relationship, or I need to have conversation. It's just first very deep inside of your heart lightness of thinking. And it was, I know this man, I know this soul. It was not we when we were started to speak, it was first a meeting when I stayed in foyer, and you go out from the door, and I remember eyes. And you know, a lot of teachers and Vedic culture told, in this life, please be relaxed, because every meeting that must to be, it will be with knowledge, with your eyes, very fast. Few seconds. It is not for long time. You must understand. This is my friend. This is soulmate. No, please, people. We are so amazing about many things. We are so smart, but in not logical way. We have our tool. This is tool not from this universe. This is too magical. And this is too, it's something special, more than drugs. We can read our mind, we can do a lot of things, we can create universe, but it's high level. But a lot of people from India, it is high level of siddhi, yogi. They can create universe, they can create world. And please, if we speak right now about big businessmen and big business, they create their world. You understand? With mind, logical and intuition too. Good businessman, it is about intuition level too. And for example, I know that we can have our road to develop 2 ways. One way it is with intuition analysis and intuition way, and another logical. One can be spiritual master, spiritual leader, and another can be good businessman, millionaire. In energy, it's the same. In the energy, it is the same. Why? Because everyone have focus, but with something special, you know. For somebody, it is big business. For somebody, it is type or personality of God.
Yeah, wow. I wanted to ask you as we kind of move forward here. You continue to blow my mind with us speaking, and when we this always happens. We fortunately got to spend some time together in Ecuador and in Colombia, and you tend to always blow my mind, and that's why I'm so grateful that you were able to come on today. I'm very grateful for your time. I just wanted to let you know that. So, thank you
Thank you for inviting. Yeah.
and thank you for your energy, and thank you just for your existence. Um, Maybe someone who's watching is in their early 20s. What advice would you give your 20-year-old self? Maybe not to them, but what advice would you give you at the age of 20, 22?
Okay. I must think a few seconds. So
Cool
the
moment.
best one, the best one, I will have three advices. Okay. One of them, the best one for 20 years, it is for us with God, you can everything. And it is not joke, but with God. What I
With
mean?
with God, you can have everything.
Yes, but what I mean, if your brain, if your focus will be in God personality, it will be amazing life with a lot of presence, with a lot of inside of you thinking about in good way and feelings that you are here in illusion, but in one time in reality, in God is reality. Another good advice in this moment, please save your goddess body, because all our goddess body, it is just home for small but very powerful part of God inside of us. It is our soul. And please, cleaning this system, please doing well, not thinking that it will be in some way good. No, 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 please, it exists rules and you must know these rules. You must be curious about that. It's very important. Not being like with bad thing or something. It is the best Ferrari in your life, the best. And if you will use this Ferrari in bad way, your light family can't help you in many period of time. And the third good advice, I think it must be not just for 20 years. Please, you must understand that in this life exist all things that with time will ruin,
Will
and
what?
will ruin, will disappear.
Okay. Disappear better.
And another type of things that it is no time. And you must found not first. You must all time focus on second one. And in your life, you will be in develop, you will be in your personal feelings, in many things, and you will win for you, first of all, not for somebody. Just
Beautiful.
focus on second, yeah.
What does the word dharma mean to you?
Can you another phrase for my understanding? What is the word dharma?
What does dharma mean to
Uh-huh.
you? The Sanskrit word dharma.
For me,
Do you know?
for my
Yeah,
life.
for your life.
So, in 14, I understood from other people, it was like sign. They told me, oh, you must do healing people with your energy. You must do that. And I was in that moment with my big ego. It was horrible because I said in that moment, no, Olesia, never been massagist. so, so yeah. And you know that karma, it is very interesting thing. It is not just about your profession. It is not just about your destiny. It is not just about how you must to survive in this life. Dharma, it is big thing in our life. For example, in Vedic culture exist more than 4 books about just dharma. And for example, exist adharma, adharma in English, and Vidharma. And for example, if we will speak about my real dharma that I must to share with my people, with this world, that I must to do in the way where I must to grow up, for that, I did a lot of analysis. I did a lot of analysis of me. First of all, it is not just horoscope, numerology, or that. It is analysis who I am. I'm no one, but I can share a lot of energy in some way. I can speak, I can inspire, I can have metamorphose. Why? I can do this. And how I can live, I must to survive in this world. I must to eat something, and I'm not small girl, I'm mother. And for example, I can share a lot of energy in some way for men too. Why I must do all of that? And for example, if a lot of these questions have done in your personality, you will open the door, not like destiny. I'm not believing destiny. Destiny in every moment of your life, destiny very specific. For example, destiny right now in this moment, for you, it is listen and a good questions for me, for and understanding maybe something. And for me, it's being in following feelings with my family of light and share that I must to share, not just my thinking. It is like symbiosis must to be. And for me, it's destiny because people ask me a lot of time, oh, destiny. Okay, I think, okay, right now you're destined to be good girl and very beautiful. Go. No, I want destiny. Usually it's like that. And so dharma, it is more deep because it is not just one. It is 3 type of our personality being here in reality, in our illusion. One of that for our survive, and for my survive, for example, and my way and my lightness, I can speak like that because it was all times the same. From childhood, I understood very young that I must to share my knowledge with women, and I must to show way and the special way of thinking what it is to be a woman, what it is to be a woman, not in good way. No, it's not about duality. It is about how to feel, how to be mother, how to balance, to be mother, to be in this reality like social work and another your career and all of that. I trying to share not just tools and practice. I try to share from all of all my projects. I try to share this feeling, how to found. Будь здоров. Спасибо большое. I don't know in English. So
Спасибо.
how how to be in this road, how to be in this road to awakening of your happiness, to awakening of your soul, because we are here not for one moment to say for our own consequence, hey, please wake up. Okay, right now you wake up, and after you must to work. Yes, you must work. Man must work in your way, women in my way, in another way. It is not just one way, of course. God creating us not just for one way. But I trying to share a lot of interesting things in our life can be in good way. If you're not good girl, if you wall girl, no, just good girl, it is not okay for God. God, it is everything. God, it is bad and good. God, it is when you cry and when you stay in happiness, full. But it is all have time. It is go down. And I trying to create community of women and create my projects with a little bit how it is to say in English, a little bit another way to thinking about God. Because right now, very good time, not for religions. Religions is good, yes, you can. But right now, a lot of people trying to understand that one religion, it is okay, but it's just one sphere. But we have four, the main sphere in our life. It must to be in balance. Your physical, your social, your spiritual, and of course your intellectual. If one of sphere go down, I'm sorry, but you will not be happy. You must to be developed of four. And for women, it's a little bit interesting quest, It's possible, but you must to know some rules. You must to know some experience. I think I have this from past lives. I believe in reincarnation because I have a lot of knowledge about that, not just theory. I have, yes, in real life. And I try to share that in good way, in understanding way for people right now, because right now we have amazing reality outside, and this reality can be really our dream, but with one option, with God.
Wow, beautiful. I think that statement right there was just a beautiful way to really wrap things up today. Alyssa, how do people find you? Your Instagram is at Woman Light.
Yes, like this woman and tire but down.
Oh, the underscore. At
How it is in
woman,
English, teach me?
we say underscore. So at woman underscore light. You can,
Yes.
you can find Alyssa and get all of her content and daily blessings there.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I have YouTube too. Women Light the same, and how all my teachers said to me, "Please be relaxed. All people, if they are must to found you, they're found you. It will be meeting. It will be something. It will be very interesting for you. But every time it will be surprise."
Oh, that's beautiful. With the world that we live in, where everyone's trying to have the most Instagram followers, the most followers here, just relax. They will find you.
Yes, I can say for you my maybe last phrase because I like that. I like this phrase, and we're a little bit in illusion from our kid time. Why? Because our knowledge, social knowledge, logical knowledge, told for us from small age that we must do dance a lot, that we must work hard for more money, for good feelings, for happiness. But reality another. You must relax. You must feel. You must believe. You must to have place for miracle. And you must to enjoy. You can imagine? So big difference.
Yes. So beautiful.
Oh, thank
Alyssa,
you.
thank you so very much for your time today. It was a true pleasure. And for those who made it this far, thank you so much for listening today. Please, as we are in the beginning stages of the Dream State Livin podcast, make sure you subscribe, whether on Spotify or YouTube. Drop a comment below. If you have any questions, we'll get back to you. Or just, what'd you learn today? Share that in the comments and like the video. And I couldn't thank you enough. And we'll see you guys in the next one.